YouTube. Your boy is back once again with another dating and relationships video. Okay, gents, another one for you. Are you ready to be responsible for her happiness? Are you ready to be responsible for her happiness? Okay, so I cast my mind back to, there was a DJ Vlad interview with Nick Cannon a while back, and I remember I was watching part of the video, and obviously Nick Cannon was previously married to Mariah Carey. They were divorced, yeah? And at the time of the interview, Nick Cannon was single, and then he was talking about not wanting to go into a relationship ever again, yeah? And one of the things that he said just sparked something in my mind. Just gave me that aha moment. He said, I don't want to be responsible for a female's happiness. I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's happiness. And then I started thinking back to past experiences, my past experiences of people I know, and just, you know, stories that you hear about, yeah? And, like, think about it. Okay, so first of all, obviously, a man can make a woman unhappy by something he does, yeah? So, like, he cheats on her or he does something else wrong. Okay, cool, that's fine, that's understandable, yeah? And it's the same vice versa, obviously. If a woman cheats on a man or whatever, does something wrong, he's going to be unhappy. But I think a lot of the time, women can also be unhappy with things that you don't do. Yeah, it could be the same for men as well, but I think a huge chunk of the time, women can also be unhappy with things that you don't do, or certain expectations she may have, yeah? We already know, I've mentioned this before on previous videos, that the majority of the time, women do the breakup in relationships more than men, yeah? And remember, lots of relationships break up more for financial reasons more than cheating, believe it or not, right? So basically, so you've got a woman, she might be with a man, this is an example, yeah? A woman might be with a man, and then they're in a relationship, and then she becomes unhappy because maybe he ain't going as far in his job as she expects him to, or as he aimed to, right? Or he could be unemployed and not got back into work as quick as she expected to, yeah? Or, you know, he might have, you know, been an amateur football player trying to make it into the big time, and he had expectations, but he didn't make it. Or a musical artist, or even a DJ, yeah? Or maybe his social status ain't as high as it once was when she first met him, yeah? The point I'm trying to get across is, gents, I'm not saying don't enter a relationship with a woman, innit? But before entering into a relationship, you have to ask yourself, am I ready to be responsible for this female's happiness? And let me just put it out there. Obviously, all females are different, so it's not going to be the same situation as each female, right? But you need to ask yourself, am I ready to be responsible for this female's happiness? Right? Because one of the things I suggest is that if you enter into a relationship, I'm not saying you need to be some multimillionaire or whatever, but you need to be kind of, I'm not saying you need to have made it in life, whatever making it to you is. Maybe you want to be a movie star or a basketball player, or maybe you just want to, you know, climb that corporate ladder, whatever your goals may be. I'm not saying you have to have made it, but you have to at least be on the path and have a plan. Why? Because you need to kind of be unshakable when you enter a relationship. You can't be in a relationship, yeah, and not have, you know, your goals in life or be on the right path in your life, whatever that path may be, and then enter into a relationship and then you start to feel that your woman's becoming unhappy, and then you start to feel insecure. You don't want to lose the woman, and then you start putting all your focus into making her happy. A lot of the time it's a lose-lose situation. Yeah, you can't chase trying to make a woman happy. The woman needs to be happy with you, how you are. Yeah. So I'm kind of moving a bit away from what Nick Cannon said. Obviously, he's a successful person. Cash money, yeah. He's saying, and you need to think about that as well. That's a millionaire saying, I don't want to be responsible for a female's happiness. So imagine now if you are broke, or you haven't even found your path in life, and then you enter into a relationship and your woman becomes unhappy. Obviously, if you're a guy that's got the strength to get up and leave, if you're not on the same page, yes. But I know the real world, there's lots of insecure guys out there. If you're not on the right path, and you know, you're dating a girl, or you've got girls in your rotation, and you start developing feelings for one of them, and you think about the relationship thing, you need to ask yourself, am I ready to be responsible for this female's happiness? And even if you're in a relationship already, you need to think to yourself, you know, am I responsible for this woman's happiness? Because, you know, a woman might be like, oh, you know, our financial goals, we have not reached our financial goals. And then there might be some women watching this thinking, yeah, but it's the other way. It might be the same the other way around as well. But it's highly unlikely for a guy to say, oh, you know, to his wife or girlfriend, ah, babes, we're not reaching our financial goals, and then in his mind he's blaming it on her. You know what I mean? We're not reaching our financial goals. I'm so unhappy. I'm so unhappy. I can't bear this relationship. Think about it. Think about it. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, when you enter into a relationship, gents, yeah, as I said before, generally speaking, not all times, men are logical, women are emotional, yeah? Right, so shit can be going on in the female's life, or shit could be happening to the female's emotions, and you're in a relationship with her, and the blame gets put on you, or you have to deal with that kind of, you know, feeling in her life. It might be strictly because of you. It might be partly because of you, but you might just be doing your shit exactly how you was living your life when you met her. She becomes unhappy for whatever reason. You then feel like, okay, she's unhappy. Oh, how am I making her happy? And you might start doing dumb shit. You might pay for that cruise for you and her when you don't have space for that in your financial plan, in your financial goals. The way your finances set up, yeah, you can take her on that cruise a few years from now, but you can't do it this year. But then you do it, you adjust your plans to please her, to make her happy. Do you understand? Yeah? Obviously, if you're a millionaire, maybe that's not a full process. You could take your girl on holiday all the time. You know what I'm saying? So just think to yourself, I'm not saying don't enter into a relationship. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you think about going into a relationship with a female, ask yourself, am I ready to be responsible for this female's happiness? Yeah? And if you're in a relationship already, just think about how your girlfriend is the time she's unhappy. Does she relate her unhappiness to you? Is it actually your fault? Yeah? And think about, before jumping off your life goals and purpose and making adjustments in your life just to make your woman happy, She can still leave you the next day, blood. You can make adjustments in your life to make your woman happy. That doesn't lock her into no relationship contract. Do you understand? Right? So just have that thought in your mind. I'm not gonna prescribe you steps, but just have that thought. Just have that thought. Am I ready to be responsible for her happiness?